7:44 in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, it's not Carnival unless you have a few Randy Glasgow productions bouncing around somewhere. There are a number of events coming up. Soka with CHUTNEYLAND 2020, the Alternative International Comedy Festival. There's a Carnival Wednesday activity that is going to be coming up as well. And to give us information on all these events that are coming up, we have the Public Relations Manager for Randy Glasgow Productions, Crystal Cunningham, is here with us to give us all the details. Thanks very much for joining us this morning. So another big season ahead of us, and indeed everything in place with all that is coming up?
Oh yes, indeed. As always, as you mentioned, Randy Glasgow Productions, a staple event management production company in Trinidad and Tobago, and quite a number of events for Carnival 2020. And we kick things off with Soka with her on February the 7th. So think about all the major, biggest, best, talented, and of course sexy Soka stars we have here in Trinidad and Tobago and some in the region as well. They will be joining us on February the 7th at the National Stadium. So we have artists like Nadia Batson, Patrice Roberts, Destra Garcia, Nessa Preppy, Nyla Blackman, you name it, Alison Hines, all the wonderful ladies of Soka, the queens of Soka, we should say. And of course, we have a few princesses because, you know, we have some of the young female Soka stars joining us. So that's on February the 7th at the National Stadium. And you can't have Soka queens without the Soka kings. Correct. Right? So some of the very best male artists in the business, they will be supporting the ladies. So we're talking about Voice, Bunchy Garland and his Asylum Band. Of course, Fian would be there as well. We have Skinny Fabulous, Mr. Killer, Super Blue, Problem Child, and the list goes on. From February the 7th, we don't rest. Right. February I think you have something on the next day. Yes, on February the 8th. I mean, Randy Glasgow is known for these comedy festivals, and it's something that has been a staple and has done really well for us throughout the Carnival. So the International Alternative Comedy Festival will take place on February the 8th, and that will be at the Napa. So you could expect... I look at some of the advanced information, including the 28 million pasta. You know that has to be. You know that has to be a comedy special, right? So that will be played by Mr. Kenneth Superstar himself, alongside some of the region's biggest comedy stars. Tickets for those are start only at $100 and available at all NLCB outlets. All the events you can get tickets at the NLCB outlets. Is there like a website as well, like Ticket Federation? Yes. Kind of so ticketfederation.com is the official online ticket purchasing support team for all the events. So even with Soka with her, we also have a 24-hour hotline, 774-5555. You can go to ticketfederation.com, and for the Alternative Comedy Festival, you can get tickets at all the NLCB booths. Right. Jumping to February the 15th, of course, we can't have Carnival in Trinidad without a big chutney event. So CHUTNEYLAND is back for 2020. It's the largest Indo-Caribbean festival outside of India. Really? So yes. You sure about that? Anyway, I'm going to challenge you on that, but go ahead. Right, so that will be taking place. PR person, go ahead. That will be taking place on Saturday, 15th of February at the Brian Lara Cricket Stadium. Yeah, so we had Southside. So for those who attended last year, they can tell you it's like a culinary experience as well. So we bring the very best of Bollywood. Straight out of Mumbai, some of the very best cuisine, talent, dance, anything you could think about related to Bollywood and the scene, even a big food truck scene, just like you see in India, that will be at CHUTNEYLAND. And of course, some of the biggest chutney superstars in Trinidad and Tobago. And the best part about it, it's happening on Valentine's weekend. So essentially, it's a celebration of love with not just loved ones, but of course your family, your friends. So we are saying, we want you to fet as one and get together as one and celebrate in love. So it's CHUTNEYLAND happening on Saturday, February the 15th at the Brian Lara Stadium in Taruba. You can get tickets for that at all NLCB Lotto outlets. We have general and VIP tickets. And we also have a Valentine's gift. You can get one ticket admits 2 persons. So we definitely want you to come there with your loved ones and celebrate Valentine's Day with us at CHUTNEYLAND. And you can also get tickets at all JTA supermarkets nationwide. Free down, yes, free down. The last event takes place on Carnival Wednesday. You're going to really like this one. It's called CARNIVAL, which is K-I and Nival Chaitlal in concert at the Naparima
So
Bowl.
Carnival as in carnival.
Yes,
Right.
so it's a play on Carnival. So of course, it's like a chutney kingdom, so to speak. So KI and Nival Wednesday, they've combined to bring different genres, not just chutney music, because as you know, they're both diverse artists. They both
Correct.
have bands that they're part of, and you know, as much as they both how should I say, excel in chutney music and chutney soca, they're actually great vocalists
In fact,
as well.
Nival Chetla, I think he was a Digital Rising Stars
Yes,
winner, I believe,
yes.
and I think he's been schooled in the
In
European
classical,
classical
yes.
and Indian classical.
So you
and so on.
definitely have something to look forward to there. Plus, there will be a few surprises, you know, as well. Some of the other Caribbean artists and some of our Trini Soca artists, they will be at Carnival as well. So it's KI, Nival, they will be having their concert on Carnival Wednesday. They come by to bring you
And that's
this
going to be where?
on Carnival Wednesday at the Naparima Bowl.
Right.
All right, all tickets will be available at NLCB booths nationwide. The NLCB, they are supporting Randy Glasgow Productions this year. As always, we thank them for their support. So you can get tickets for all the events. Soka with her on February 7th at the National Stadium. CHUTNEYLAND on February the 15th, and that's at the Brown Lara Cricket Stadium out there in Taruba. On February the 8th, we have the Alternative International Comedy Festival, and then on Carnival Wednesday, we have KI Nival Wednesday, Carnival. So lots to look forward to.
At Naparima
Yes.
Bowl. Tell from a management perspective, for example, you have the first two events back to back,
Yes.
the 7th and the 8th. How much of a challenge is that logistically? Because I mean, obviously for Randy Glasgow Productions, I mean, you all have been in this business for years.
For years, many years.
How much of a challenge is it to put together big events so close together?
It's always a challenge with any event on this magnitude or planning any event on this scale. It's always a challenge simply because resources will obviously be stretched thin. And you know, you will be under pressure with the excitement, and then you have to think about all the logistics of putting everything in place and making sure that for each event, every single aspect of the event is in place, from, you know, for entertainers as well as for patrons, because you want everybody to have a good experience. It's not just making sure. A lot of times, sometimes things are on one end. You focus on making sure the entertainers are okay, but then there's an issue with the patrons.
And that's an important thing that you mentioned, Ms. Cunningham, because at the end of the day, you use the word experience. This is a very competitive space.
Yes.
More and more people are coming in with their events
yes.
year after year. What do you think distinguishes Randy Glasgow Productions in being able to continue to put on successful events in this increasingly competitive marketplace?
Well, I think obviously catering to the specific needs of the public and having a variety of events that caters to the diverse demographic that we have.
And suppose value for money has to come into it as well. That people are, again, whether it's good times or bad times, people want to know the money they're spending,
yes.
that they get the sort of experience that they're hoping to get.
Also, you get a wide range of artists. You know, there are always top soca artists at all of his events. And usually, if you have to see some of these artists at the all-inclusive events, it's usually top dollar you have to pay. So for, as you mentioned, value for money, but at a great price, you get to see some of the most in-demand artists in one space for Carnival at a Randy Glasgow event.
And as far as, you know, the everything has been in place, do you always have last-minute teething problems, or because it's something that is a kind of routine that more often than not things eventually fall into place?
Well, I mean, in any event, you always have to plan for contingency. You're always going to have a situation where, you know, because it's the height of the season, you know what the traffic problem is like in Trinidad. And so that's why, you know, you have a variety of artists. And even though you have a schedule to stick with a plan, but somebody's always going to be kept back at another event, or traffic, or you can't predict if there's going to be an accident, or there's going to be police on the road, there's a roadblock or something, or some routine check, and it delays the time. Sometimes artists will be able to get to the venue, but you know, you have to be, I guess, flexible in your mind, and then not also in your mind, but also in terms of what your plan and your schedule is, and you have to know how to juggle the performance spots, so that way, you know, you can balance
or
things
you
out
could get
so
the
that
Randy
the show
Glasgow Productions helicopter to solve all of that. But time is just about run out on us. But let's remind everybody, we're talking about Randy Glasgow Productions, February the 7th, February the 8th, February the 15th, and then of course Carnival Wednesday. And just give the contact information again for people who would like to get tickets.
So if you would like to get tickets, you can call our hotline at 774-5555, and that will give you access to Randy Glasgow Productions so that you can get tickets for Soka with her on February 7th at the National Stadium. We have CHUTNEYLAND, that's February 15th at the Brian Lara Cricket Stadium. Alternative International Comedy Festival, that's on February 8th. And we also have Carnival, Carnival Wednesday, that's Carnival Wednesday at the Nafrima Bowl Amphitheatre.
Well, we have all the information there. Crystal Cunningham,
Thank you
thanks
so
very
much.
for joining
Have
us.
a
You're
nice
more than
day.
welcome. When we come back after the break, we'll focus on the work of the Logos Hope, which is moored off the waters of Trinidad and Tobago. To give us some more information on that right after this break.